Hi there and welcome back to Blueprints for Little Spaces, where we turn the stress of designing kids' rooms into something fun, creative and budget-friendly. I'm Marisa Becker and I'm so excited to have you with me today. Whether you're planning a nursery or giving a teen's room a makeover, this podcast is here to guide you in creating spaces that grow with your child, without breaking the bank. In today's episode, we're tackling a hot topic: how to design a kid's room that evolves with your child over the years while staying within your budget. The goal is to create a space that's adaptable, functional, and still looks great without feeling like you need to redo everything every few years. Let's get real about budgeting now. If you've ever wondered how to plan a room that will last through all your child's changing stages, I totally get it. Kids go through so many phases. One day they're obsessed with dinosaurs and the next it's all about space rockets or sports. So, how do you design a space that can keep up with them without feeling like you're throwing money away every time their interests change? Well, I'm here to show you how to design a room that grows with your child and their ever-changing interests, all while being smart about your spending. This episode is all about making thoughtful choices and focusing on what truly matters, so you don't need a full overhaul every couple of years. Ready? Let's dive in. Okay, so why is this so important? When designing a kid's room, the key is to think ahead. You don't want to spend a ton of money on things that won't last as your child grows. A well-planned room saves you time and money in the long run by reducing the need for constant updates or replacements. By focusing on pieces that are flexible, adaptable and timeless, you will avoid expensive makeovers and create a room that stays relevant as your child's needs and interests evolve. Plus, you'll feel good about creating a space that's both functional and reflective of who your child is at every stage of life. Let's talk about the budget-friendly blueprint. I've got a simple formula for you to follow that makes designing a room both budget-friendly and adaptable. It's called the SMART Design Method, and this will help you create a room that grows with your child while keeping costs down. Let's break it down. So S, smart choices for furniture. The key to creating a room that lasts is to choose furniture that can evolve with your child. Think pieces that can serve multiple purposes or grow with them. For example, a crib that turns into a toddler bed or a bookshelf that can later serve as a desk. Focus on quality and versatility and avoid trends that may not last. You'll find that investing in pieces that can be used for years saves you money in the long run. Now, I worked with a mum named Jessica who needed a bed for a 4-year-old daughter. Instead of buying a toddler bed that would only be used for a couple of years, Jessica opted for a convertible bed that transforms into a full-size bed. This decision allowed Jessica to save money and avoid the need to replace the bed in just a few years. Plus, the style was simple and could easily be adapted with different bedding and accessories as Lily's preferences changed. Now M. Maximize storage and flexibility. Storage is a game changer in kids' rooms. It's essential to design with flexibility in mind, so that as your child's needs change, the storage can adapt. Look for storage solutions that are multi-purpose and easy to rearrange, like open shelving that can hold both toys now and books or craft supplies later. A great example of this is Emily, who was designing a playroom for her son Max. She chose a set of modular cubes for toys that could later be rearranged to hold books, sports equipment, or even art supplies as Max got older. The storage wasn't just functional, it could easily shift as Max's interests evolved. Let's have a look at A. Add personal touches without the makeover. So one of the best ways to personalize a room while sticking to a budget is by incorporating easy to update elements. So this would be wall art, throw pillows, rugs, and bedding that can be swapped out as your child's interests change. This lets you refresh the room's vibe without completely redesigning it. So Sophia designed her son Daniel's room with neutral tones for the walls and furniture. She then added pops of color and fun elements like dinosaur prints and themed cushions. When Daniel's interests shifted to sport, all she had to do was to switch out the bedding and the artwork. The room looked completely fresh without needing a total makeover. Then let's have a look at R. Rethink the layout over time. This is also very important. So sometimes the most cost-effective solution is simply to rethink the layout of the room. As your child grows, their needs for space change too. So for instance, what was once a play area might turn into a study nook or a reading corner as they get older. So plan your space with flexibility in mind. Keep furniture mobile and avoid heavy permanent fixtures that would be hard to move around. I worked with a mum, Claire, who wanted to make her son's room more adaptable as he grew older. So initially it was a playroom, but as he started school, Claire moved the toy storage and created a study area in the same room. The desk and chairs were easily movable, and the room transformed without spending a dime on new furniture. Now let's have a look at the last letter of the method. It's T. Timeless design choices. Timeless design doesn't mean boring. It means creating a foundation that can easily adapt to trends and changes without looking outdated. So choose classic colors, neutral tones and versatile furniture pieces that won't date quickly. So when you build a strong base, you can simply swap out trendy elements like accessories or art to update the room without needing to start from scratch. So a quick recap of the SMART design method. SMART choices for furniture. Choose furniture that can adapt and grow with your child. Maximize storage and flexibility. So invest in storage solutions that evolve as your child's needs change. Then add personal touches without the overall. So use easy to update elements like art, pillows and bedding to keep things fresh. Then rethink the layout over time. Design with flexibility so the room can serve your child's changing needs. And timeless design choices. Choose neutral colors and classic pieces that stand the test of time, allowing you to update easily as trends change. So before you go, the 5-minute challenge. I want to challenge you to think about these 3 things in your child's room. What's one piece of furniture you can invest in that will grow with your child? How can you make storage more flexible to fit their changing needs? And what personal touch can you add today that can be easily updated later? Take 5 minutes to jot down your thoughts. You'll be amazed at how these small changes can make a huge difference in the long run. Now I want to hear from you. What's your best budgeting tip for designing a kid's room? Do you have any clever ways you've made a space evolve without spending a ton of money? Drop me a message or tag me on Instagram. I'd love to hear your ideas. So before we wrap up, don't forget to grab your free guide, a step-by-step guide to designing a room that grows with your child, all while staying within budget. It's packed with simple tips and strategies to help you create a space that adapts over time. Click the link in the description to download it now. And If you loved today's episode, please share it with a friend or mum who could use a little help designing a room that lasts. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode, where we will talk about where to spend and where to save. Thanks for tuning in to Blueprints for Little Spaces. I'm Marisa Becker and I can't wait to help you create a room your child will love for years to come. Happy designing!